Today, we will be preparing our bootloader. This is the very first step in installing a Hackintosh system. Please follow every step that is shown in the screen and pause if you need to. This process will take time, and I need to squeeze it into one video, so please, reduce the speed if it is too fast. Let's start. We will have to download the Opencore release version first. Please follow the video and pause if it is too fast. Make sure to select the release version. Select where you want to save the file, then click OK. If something like this happens and you can't save it, you will have to disable your antivirus temporarily. You can now download the file. You don't have to worry about having a virus from it, as it is just a false alarm. Let's enable the antivirus software again. Type the following into your browser and hit enter. Please note that the Intel CPU version varies to what processor you are using. In my case, I am using a Coffee Lake processor, i3-9100F. This page will show you what to download and how to configure Opencore bootloader. We must first download the following. Please follow the for your processor version. The process is the same for other models, but the files differ. Property is used to edit the stock config.plist of Opencore bootloader. Gen BIOS will give us Mac serial, but I will do a different tutorial for this soon. Serials holds your identity in the network, and every single one of it should be unique. The process is a bit complicated and will take time, so we will just use the stock Mac serial inside Opencore plist. Let's open the Opencore folder and take the EFI folder out, so we will not worry about downloading it again if we fail to correctly configure the whole folder. EFI is inside the x64 folder. We will be using this as we are planning to run Big Sur. Now let's copy the sample.plist inside the OC folder and rename it to config.plist. Let's open the property folder downloaded earlier. Go to property and right-click, run as administrator. Open the config.plist and follow the steps as shown in the next frames. Download SSDTs prior to your motherboard's model, and follow the blue highlighted boxes. This shows what your settings should look to make your Hackintosh work. Please note that yes is true and no is false. If we have the same hardware, you won't have to worry about this part. I have RX 580 and will work fine out of the bat. Kernel is where your Kexts will be listed. We will download them later after we finish changing the stock config.plist. Boot args are also referred to as boot parameters or boot options. Setting commands in this section will change the way your system boot, disable devices or software, etc. Since we don't have anything to configure here, we will just leave it as it is. This is where you set the default language of your system. Follow the steps to set it to English. As I said earlier, we will just use the stock platform info of this file and configure it later after installing our hack. Save configuration and close the window. Now we will download ACPI. Open ACPI folder inside OC under EFI folder. Scroll to the very top portion and select SSDTs for your system. We will download the precompiled SSDTs and configure them later. Make sure to download what's appropriate for your system. Let's copy the downloaded SSDTs inside the ACPI folder and proceed to the next step. We can remove everything inside the Tools folder as we don't need any of these yet to start our system. In the Drivers folder, make sure to remove everything else except OpenRuntime.EFI. Then we will have to snapshot the changes using proprietary. This method is like teaching the script on how or where to access the files we just added. Click File, OC Snapshot and locate the OC folder. Our SSDTs will be added as false as default, so we will need to set them as true. Follow these steps. Note that I am only doing this in the Add section. Now let's go to the Kexts folder and add Kexts files into it. Follow the steps shown in the video. Just copy the files you need. We downloaded 5, so we will just copy the 5.kxt folders into the Kexts folder that we are working. Again, we will have to snapshot the changes that we have made. Then we will have to check this file using the Sanity checker website. Select your system info here. Please note that this site only have 0.6.3 version, which is fine. This is just to check whether we did the right settings or configuration within this plist file. Let's open the file and upload it to the website. We will only check the red ones. These are the settings this website think we missed. After checking them, I found one file missing and added them to the drivers folder. We will then again snapshot the changes we made just now and we should be good to go. also change the ALSID boot args and set it to 3. This boot argument is for B365 motherboards, which indicates the audio jack layout to be used by Apple ALC. Snapshot and save the changes made. I just inserted the disk drive that I will use and copied the whole EFI folder into it. I will use Minitel Partition Wizard to clean and format the drive. This is just an example on how to add the EFI folder and later use it to boot your Hackintosh installer. Copy the whole EFI folder that you have configured and it is now ready to use.